Hello, and welcome back to ActWres Stage here on the 5-Star Network YouTube channel. I am, as always, your host, Sondre, and I am joined once again by Velkej. He has come back. The regular duo is back. How was Japan, Velkej?
They didn't want me there anymore. They kicked me out. I have been kicked out from Japan. It's not because my money ran out. It's not the reason why I left. It's not the reason why I came home to make more money to be able to do the trip again in 2 years. That's not why I came back home. No, they kicked me out. Mio Shirai has found me and she has deported me, and I am forbidden to come into to Japan for next 2 years. It's a very sad situation over there. Yes, it is. It was awesome. The whole trip was the best trip to Japan that I had yet, because the previous trips were always around Wrestle Kingdoms, and this one was in spring, so it was much more interesting and much better, I think.
Yeah, you got to travel a bit. You weren't only in
Yes.
Tokyo.
Yeah.
Uh,
Not actually a bit. Like, I drove Shinkansen for 7 hours, so
that's awesome.
it's quite far. The island is really long. It doesn't look like that on the map, especially if you zoom out, but it's quite long. The Shinkansen is the Shinkansen travel for, like, I traveled for 5.5 hours from Tokyo to Fukuoka, or 6 hours, I think it's maybe.
Yeah.
And then I went for another hour and a half to Kumamoto, where I stayed. Kumamoto is famous because it's the birthplace of Oda Sensei, the guy who created the modern day epic One Piece. There are because after the very destructive earthquake in 2016, Oda offered to have his birthplace tied to One Piece, and they have started building statues all over the prefecture. So there's Luffy statue in front of the actual Kumamoto town hall, which I went and took a picture of. The others are spread all over the, not just the town but around the town, and without the car it's really hard to do, and I instead went and wanted to see an active volcano, so I did that. I enjoyed, I was there for 3 weeks.
And while you were in Fukuoka, you also went and paid respect to Kara Starlanes.
Yes, of course I did. I passed around across Fukuoka because it's in the center of the city. Yeah. I think Acros is actually next to town hall of Fukuoka, or one of the major governmental buildings of Fukuoka. It's in this park, and one because I was there during Golden Week. In the evening, in the night, there was a night market. I kind of missed it because when I was going through it, most of the vendors were closing, and the next day there was nothing. Much more limited space was for them. So I think the main celebration, main vendoring stuff ended. So I kind of missed the big one, but I did go to other one, much smaller, much more local people attended, which was in the ruins of the Fukuoka castle, which was awesome. I saw if you've ever seen in Japanese movies or in anime, the festivals, it's exactly like that. There are children catching the fish. And I was like, oh, this fucking rules. This is really fun. I've been watching stuff about this for last 20 years. Oh, and I'm living it now. There were no fireworks because that's for the summer. It's not for the spring celebrations, I think. And of course, I've seen enough wrestling. Not as much as I usually do when I'm there for Wrestle Kingdoms, because I was traveling and I was enjoying my life in different ways. Yeah. So I went to 10 shows over 22 days.
Sorry.
I'm sorry?
That was just me opening my phone.
Yeah, okay. So I went to 10 shows over 22 days, and which is like, I think when I'm there for like 14 days around Wrestle Kingdom, I always hit more than 10 shows because there's nothing else to do. Like, honestly, only to drink but like it's easier to meet up with people during Wrestle
Yes.
Kingdom because
I mean,
because I was traveling and moving a lot. I
there-
basically
when
didn't
I
have
was
chance to get drinks with people.
when I was there in Wrestle Kingdom week, it was like I saw people I had hung out with the day before at like the next day
Yeah,
during show.
like
It was
I went to I went to a pub with Chris and Matt from Twitter. We met up. It was fun. Then I saw someone else, which is extremely funny. And I went for beers with my younger brother, in Japan, in Tokyo, in
oh yeah.
Kabukicho. It's insane because I've never ever before went like for drinks with him because it's my younger brother. Not I have two brothers, both
Yeah.
of them younger. One is 3 years younger, and the other is like what? What he's like 26 now or something like that. 25. I think he's 26. So I'm 12 years older than him, and because like we kind of missed each other like when he was starting to drink or something like that, and then he moved towns, and it was he. I would have never went with him for drinks because the company I keep and the company he keeps are quite different from each
Yeah.
other. So it's like not really meeting each other in
He
the
didn't
middle.
go to any wrestling shows. Let's just say
No,
that.
of course not. Of
No.
course not. He is a nerd. He
Yeah.
is a deep, but a different kind than me. He did. He went there for also 3 weeks or 4 weeks almost. But his last week he stayed at Okinawa. He kind of like hiked around and stuff. I think he slept in tent outside because he's younger and he works in culture. So his jobs are really irregular. So it's like really different.
Yeah.
So that was first time ever that I went for drinks with my younger brother, and it was in Tokyo. It's like that's insane.
So
That's
cool.
literally fucking insane.
What kind of wrestling shows did you go to?
Okay.
What companies?
I went to wrestling shows in Tokyo. I was week in Tokyo, week on Kyushu, and week back in Tokyo. I went to Stardom show, Marigold show, Stardom in Yokohama Arena. I went to both Dontaku shows in Fukuoka, and I went to Stardom show in house show in Fukuoka, which was last. Maika show before she took her break.
Yeah.
And then I went back to Tokyo. I went to a JTO show, the Takataichi Mania show. I went to Dragon Gate show in Korakuen, and I went to Stardom show in Korakuen. And that I think is everything. I have my tickets here. Okay,
Yeah.
so
No, it's not right from what I know of your trip.
yeah, it's I don't think I missed anything else. No.
Well, you were in
DDT
Fukuoka.
DDT in Shinjuku. DDT in Shinjuku face.
Okay, yeah.
I went to DDT in Shinjuku.
And you were in Fukuoka while some of these ActWres shows were happening.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
didn't
exactly.
go to
Like
any ActWres.
and no actors girls show, which is kind of sad because like during Wrestle Kingdom week, it's easy to catch up the first actress girl show of the year,
Or the last. Or the
last, exactly. So you can do that. But for me, it was impossible because I really wanted to see something else than Tokyo. And if I stayed in Tokyo, I would have missed the chance to walk some other towns, which is what I do.
You could, of course, have gone to the show in Kamahata, but that was the same day as Yokohama Arena, and I know you were not. You were not going to. I don't think any. I don't think any foreign fan were gonna skip Tom Nakano's retirement to go to Kamahata.
So everyone that listens to me or knows me for some time knows that my relationship towards Tam Nakano, it's like really contentious from my side, of course.
Yep.
I don't like her. I consider her my opponent, my op. And one of the big reasons why I bought the extremely expensive plane ticket to go to Japan immediately to the Wrestle Kingdom that followed the opening of the borders. One of the reasons why I did that is because I thought that it's possible that I'm going to see her retirement show in Sumo Hall. Another reason
that was in 2022.
Yes, late 2022, early 2023.
Yeah.
The other reason was that I needed to see live with my own eyes at least one match, one entrance for Shuri as a Red Belt champion, because Shuri is one of my all-time favorites. So it was like, I need to go there, so I paid the overpriced plane ticket, which was like 50,000 crowns, which was more than twice the amount I paid 3 years before that. So that fucking sucks, by the way, or 2 years before that. That fucking sucked. Sorry. And like I knew that I was going to go
First of all, the price you paid in 2022 to go to Japan, that's more than the ticket I paid to Japan. Like that's double.
Yes, exactly. It's double. It's double. So, and I knew that I did not want to do another Wrestle Kingdom, which means I'm missing Tanahashi's retirement show. I guess.
Yeah.
Can't be helped. I can't choose. Like it's hard. It's hard. But I really did not want to do another Wrestle Kingdom.
Suppose that he doesn't go back at the end of this year. I got to see Naito's last match in Wrestle Kingdom, so I'm happy with that, and I'm happy with skipping Tanahashi's retirement next year for that. But you got to see Tom Nakano retire.
Yes,
I'm very jealous of.
I knew that I was going for Golden Week show. Reason why I paid like I think like 5,000 crowns more for the plane ticket, maybe like 3 or something like that. 3,000, like somewhere around like 125, 150 euros more than I would have paid if I bought tickets like earlier. Is that I needed to wait to be able to catch the Stardom Spring show because they took longer to announce the date. They did not announce the date before the end of the year. They did not announce the date.
They announced the date of Yokohama Arena when I was at the Sumo Hall show on the 29th.
I think they announced it on the 3rd. I think they did not announce it at Sumo Hall.
No, it was on Sumo Hall because I remember I took a picture of it and immediately sent it to you, and you marked out.
yeah. So I was like waiting until the 10th, like January 10th or something like that.
Yeah.
Which means I paid like 100 euros more than I would have if I bought the tickets like at the end of December. So that's like that was the issue. But I had to like plan out the trip. Because the Yokohama Arena show, of course, was like the major show that I wanted to see.
Yes.
Then I had to like decide what I wanted to do. I was deciding between going to Nagoya to watch the last Dragon Gate cage match there, or to go to Fukuoka. But I wanted to see Kyushu. I wanted to see Fukuoka, the town itself. I kind of didn't want to see Osaka and Nagoya, like the Kansai, the Aichi. I'm not really interested in that. Like, I really wanted to Fukuoka. And
you didn't have any interest in going to Hiroshima?
Kinda, but it's
that's like on my bucket list, at least.
I'll do it, but probably not the next trip as well, because I'm going north. So
Yeah.
I'll be in Tokyo and I'll be north.
You're
Either in
taking
Hokkaido.
Hokkaido next. Yeah.
Either Hokkaido or just like Aomori and Sendai and Miyagi. Like the northern
Yeah.
prefectures. Just the northern prefectures.
I know for me, the next time I go, I will be going to Kobe, Osaka, that area. Kansai. I really want to.
So the Yokohama Arena show was of course amazing.
Yes.
Being able to see one of the last matches for Meiko Satamura entering the actual big arena full of people who gave her the applause and the love that she deserves for the career that she had and for the fandom that she like fostered was very satisfying for me, because of course one of Meiko Satomura is one of the first Japanese women's wrestler that I've discovered, because I've discovered Kana, Asuka in NXT, and after that I went, okay, this is fucking awesome. She's incredible. She's much better than these Americans. I have to like seek her out, and I found that she's named Kana in Japan, and I watched her matches on YouTube. I watched the Arisa Nakajima match, the headbutt match. I watched the Shuri matches. I watched the Konami matches. I think I watched some Hanako Nakamori matches, and from Asuka, from Meiko, from Konami, I found Stardom, and that's how I got into fandom this deep. So watching her enter, listening to Rock My Life Away was actually emotional for me, because it's like it hit me when the whole venue was red in her color. How, okay, I knew that I'm watching her second to last match, her penultimate match, like or penultimate show before she retires a few days afterwards.
Legit 2 days later.
Yes, I knew that, but it didn't really sink in until the song started to play, and it was really really emotional for me. It was like, oh, so it's done.
It's
I
crazy.
I
It's
am
so
here.
crazy.
I am here, and I see her just before she retires. One of the most important women's wrestlers of all time. Someone
Yes.
who bridges the old Japan women's towards the future, towards the modernity. Someone who has been grinding in Shinjuku faces, in Sendai pits, and after her basic first 6 years of her career, because the scene collapsed around her, and she went to Sendai, she did not really try to revive the scene in Tokyo because it was above her powers and above what she actually is.
Yeah.
And she, without the farming, I make fun of the farm, but without being the farmer, her promotion would not have survived. She would not have been able to pay wrestlers. She would not have been able to like sustain themselves. So
she will not be able to make me traumatized every time I watch Mika Iwata lose. Yeah.
that's also what she does to me. Yes. So that's the other side of the coin. And I've watched her like beat up Aya Sakura as much as possible, and Aya Sakura like beating her up back, and it was incredible.
Yeah.
I have also watched Shuri, as I said, one of my all-time favorite wrestlers, beat Mayu Iwatani and get the belt. So I watched her lose the red belt, and I watched her
Mayu's
win the
and Mayu's
IWG.
last match in Stardom.
And I have watched Mayu's last match in Stardom after what?
Crazy.
14 years. So the one show that I went to, the one big show that I based my whole trip to, had one of the last matches of Meiko Satomura's whole career.
Yeah.
Shuri beating Mayu. So Shuri winning the title, because the last trip I went to, Shuri was losing the title in the main event to Julia. I have watched last Mayu Watane's Stardom match which means that last wrestler from the first generation of Stardom, the woman who was opening the shows, is gone, and it's over.
Yep.
And I have watched Tam Nakano retire, book her own wrestle death, and on top of all of this, I have watched the best entrance in all of my time that I went to Japan. Because Saya Kamitani's entrance, the way they shot it,
It's
did
not.
not
Yeah.
make it as fucking cool as it was in person in the arena.
Yeah.
I have watched, so I'll run
I,
through entrances that I have seen.
that,
I have seen Okada's entrance when he was beating Naito in the main event of. I have watched Ibushi's entrance when he was facing off with Naito. I have watched Naito's entrance when he was beating Okada for the title in Tokyo Dome. I have watched Kenny Omega and Chris Jericho's entrances in Tokyo Domes. I have watched Kenny Omega's return to New Japan Pro Wrestling to face off with Will Ospreay. I have watched Will Ospreay's entrance where he brought back Elevated. I have watched last Great Muta entrance against Shinsuke Nakamura in Budokan. And Sayaka Mitani had them all beat.
yeah.
That was the best fucking entrance of all time. The way they
Yeah.
did it, where they put the whole venue, like shut off all the lights, and then the flames came, and in the middle of the flames, because I was sat in the cheap seats, even if I was sitting like in front row, it would have been so fucking far away because the ramp is there. Yokohama Arena is a giant venue.
Yeah.
So anywhere from the arena, the entrance would have been. And there she was with the flag, and the whole stage was on fire. Like the wide shot would have been much better than the like close up of her face. I understand why they did it. The close up was really dramatic, the reveal of her, but you did not see the whole. The stage was really big, uselessly big. Like nobody used the
Yeah.
stage fully, but it exploded in fire. Like the whole, like it was, I don't know, like 10 meters on both sides, and they burst in flame. It was so cool. That was the coolest shit ever.
Yeah. I'm sure you had a great time.
I loved it.
I was very jealous. Of course, I also had a great experience in Japan, but I didn't see any shows that were as good top to bottom as All Star Queendom was.
Yeah. I
So
I cannot I can't say that it was the best show that I've ever seen live because I have seen really good Wrestle Kingdoms there
yeah,
before, and even the other shows that I went to were really fun. Uh, the Budokan show with Muto was extremely good. It was a really fun show. Outside of Jake Lee appearing to complete silence, which was incredibly funny to me.
yeah,
I will never forget that because that's one of the funniest things that I've ever seen. The countdown show between Big Japan and the DDT was one of the best shows that I've ever seen, and the main event, which was after the midnight, with what's the name of the young Big Japan guy?
uh,
Kamitani beating Sekimoto in the. Sekimoto was teaming with Chris, I think. I don't
yeah.
know who. I don't know who was Kamitani teaming with. Maybe with
I
Harashi.
mean, the best show I have been to live was Oz Academy in Corrigan. So...
Yeah, yeah. Probably that was the Mayo match. Was that the Mayo match or not?
No, it was the main event was FWC versus what's their name? Aniki and
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
yeah. But it's just And that show also had the great Saori Anu versus Osaki match. That was so. But so Oz Academy, that is like my favorite company to go to live. I have discovered after
they're incredible.
Like
anyone who does not go to Oz Academy at least during that trip, if they can, is making a big mistake. I always go to the New Year's show, the double shot between Sendai Girls and Oz Academy.
Yeah, that is also one of the best. That is also one of the best shows I've been to.
It's so much fun. On the first show, on that show, Aja Kong was bladed in front of me after she was thrown into chairs by police.
That's awesome.
Basically, she bladed almost on my chair. I will never forget that. So, Oz Academy, it is as a life experience. People who like miss on that are really dumb.
So, let's go back to, now that we have both talked about our Japan trips, let's go back to ActWres. What we are here to talk about. Before we get to ActWres, I just want to shout out AWG boys. We both made appearances on the AWG boy 10th anniversary special edition that Rich hosted. Of course, Rich has been on this show before.
And will be next month.
And will be next month. He is currently in Japan, I think.
I think he's still in Japan, yes.
Yeah. So that is on YouTube. Just search AWG Boys and you will find it. It was like a good like mix of a lot of people in the English-speaking community for ActWres Girls, without the fish, of course. So definitely find that. I'll probably have it in the description of this video because it's not him and us two at the same time. It's separate. He talks with each person he brings on for some 30 minutes about what they like about the company, why they are watching it. Yeah.
40
for you.
Huh? Hour almost.
Yeah, you went an hour. Yeah. I compared my match, my length to a Osaka main event, while Velkej is the Osaka semifinal.
Because I'm so much better.
You're so much better, and you're so much longer. So
that's true. Yeah, that is true.
So definitely check that out. Like the entire show is like 4 hours long, but you get to hear a lot of people's feelings on the show. So it's Rich interviewing Chris Lee, Sonoda from Strong Stylish, Pedro, who has of course been on this show, Jeff Brown, who writes a lot of great reviews from in person for ActWres Girls. He reviews a lot of them as a fan going to all of the shows. On Resura, he has now returned home to the US, I think, so he's not doing that anymore, but he did that for like 4 months.
Yeah, he was there. He was there quite some time. Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, Yannick from Dramatic Dream Dragons, my co-host on Dramatic Dream Dragons, and of course, a regular joiner on this show. And me and Velk as the closers of the entire episode. So definitely check that out. It was a very fun time. You get to hear so many cool stories of how people get into the company and what makes it special for them. I know at least I was pretty emotional speaking of the importance of this company for me. So check out AWG Boys, episode 7, 10th anniversary special. We are now going to talk about the month of May in ActWres Girls. So, we had 3 shows in May, including and like a side, like last a side project of the Natsupo and Saori Anu produce, which had a ActWres Girls match on it. Sadly, just one, even though pretty much every match on the card included some ActWres alumni.
Yeah, because it's actually the 10th year anniversary for the promotion, but it's promoted by Stardom,
Yeah,
and it's ran. They wrestled on the Stardom logo. Yes.
yeah.
Of
So
course they did.
we will not review that show. We'll talk with Rich about that show when he comes on next month. And I haven't even seen it yet. I because I'm always really slow on shows I haven't seen live. So
Yeah, I have seen like first third of the show. I think like first hour
yeah,
or
you
something like
watched.
that.
So you watched the ActWres match.
Yeah, I watched the ActWres match, and I watched the first class match of the
Yeah,
returning Hurry as well, and I watched the the Ryan and Miku Kanai match with Karuito and Yumiko Hotta,
yeah.
and that's all I think. Yes, that's all.
Yeah.
I did not see the
So-
Battle Royale.
So let's talk about the shows that we have seen from ActWres Girls in May. 3 shows to talk about. The first one was in Yokohama Radiant Hall on the 6th of May. Were you still in Japan on the 6th of May?
Yes, I was still in Japan on 6th of May.
I'm guessing you were on your way back from Fukuoka.
Let me see.
Because the day before was,
No. I'll explain why I was not at ActWres shows because I was still in Fukuoka. Because
Yeah.
I actually went to the Stardom House show there
yes.
because they moved
because
the
like
date.
I know that Dontaku was like the day before.
Yeah, yes.
So
They
I
moved-
knew you weren't gonna make it to the show.
Yeah, it was impossible for me. They moved the date for the Fukuoka show for the Stardom because the Dontaku was on the 3rd and the 4th. And at first, the Stardom show was supposed to be on the 5th, which would have meant that I would have made this show. I would make it if I left like in the morning from Fukuoka. But after that, like day later, they moved the Stardom house show, which was the last Meiko match before she takes her sabbatical for the injury treatment. And I really wanted to see her off, so
Yeah, makes sense.
I wanted to see the Stardom house show because I have seen Stardom shows in Shinkiba before Bushido Purchase. And I've seen Stardom shows in Korean, in Sumo Hall, and in Yokohama Arena. I have not seen them somewhere on the tour, so I wanted to see it.
Yeah. Let's talk about this show. We had an opener of 6 minutes and 46 seconds. Act versus Arisa Nagai. Act, of course, taps out Arisa Nagai with the giant snake. This was a pretty solid match. I always love. Everyone knows that I love Arisa Nagai. But I really love her showcase of emotions after losing. It's beautiful to watch. It's like I'm sad for her that she loses, but she is such a good actor. She is such a good facial actor. It's amazing. She really did some good throwing elbow strikes here. That was cool. So yeah, I would really recommend checking this out. This was a cool opener and a rare act good match, I would say. What did you think?
disagree there. I disagree. I think it was classic act performance that killed the crowd. The bored facial expression, the unwillingness to sell at the start, and the unwillingness to work the match at the start killed the crowd. And I had really like it was hard for me to focus on the match because the crowd was completely dead. They did not really the Arisa was supposed to get a big pop for hitting the body slam, the scoop slam on Act because that was a big spot because Act is a bigger woman than Arisa. So it's like one of those spots, big spots that, for example, in Tokyo Joshi Pro, it really works because the rookie works up to the scoop slam to scoop slam the veteran. And it's the same principle in this match, and it was supposed to work, but because the way Act acted in
You know what?
Act acted incredible. The way Act acted in the start, I think really killed the crowd, and they just did not care for this match.
You know what's really interesting with this show that I just realized?
Okay.
This is the first. This is a first for us because this is
Okay.
the first ActWres show that we will review that we have not seen together.
Yes. We will have really different. We will have
Yeah.
different opinions for this.
Because I remember being so into this match because the voice chat was into this match, so I didn't
Okay,
even notice the crowd.
The crowd was like the only like voiced reactions were the seconds. Nobody else was reacting.
I mean, Fish was there, so you know. Moving on.
He was there. Oh my!
Yes,
Why he was there?
It was. Moving on to the second match on the show, Naru versus Nanami Toge. 5 minutes and 36 seconds. Naru wins with a missile drop kick off the top rope. This was pretty decent. This was Nanami working very heelish.
Yeah.
She was doing the chains. She was posing with ActWres Killers. So I guess she has become a member off screen of ActWres Killers.
Oh, she was kind of building to it, wasn't
she? Was building. She was building, but there hasn't been a like you are now a member of the.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess so.
And she is teaming with a babyface rookie in the tournament. So.
Yeah. Which by the way was really surprised me because I knew her team in the tournament, and this match surprised me. Like I have watched this match like 2 days ago, and I knew that she's teaming up with a babyface. So
yeah,
it's really difficult. I don't know. Maybe she's going to be a heel.
We will talk more about the tournament after we have talked about the matches on the show, because on the end of the show was when they released the bracket.
Yeah, they did. I think this match was weird. It did not felt like deserved for Togi to be making Naru sell for her.
Yeah.
I think maybe Chiaoba would have been better opponent for Togi because they are the same generation.
And they are teaming. So
yeah, I know, Sondre. It's weird, isn't it? I don't think Naru was a good choice for this.
Yeah. So let's move on to Midsummer Breeze, Nagisa Shiotsuke and Natsuki versus Mari and then Nene Arata of ActWres Killers. This was a pretty solid tag. It went 11 minutes and 53 seconds. And Nene Arata, I think it was Nene Arata, who won.
No, she lost. She was rolled up.
Okay, yeah. It was
Nagisa.
Nagisa won with a Maelstrom Bomb.
Maelstrom Bomb. I think she was rolled up. Nene got rolled up by Nagisa.
According to the results on their Twitter page, it's
possible. It's possible that she hit a bomb and then she rolled up Nene, and I just wrote that she rolled up Nene.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't go wrong with Midsummer Breeze, you know?
Yeah, I know.
You really can't. And I always find Nene fun when she teams with good people and faces good people, so this was pretty good.
Yeah, the whole opening of the match was all about Nagisa slapping Mari into the tit window, into the boob window, and punishing the boob gorilla for her boob gorilla stuff, and Nene unwilling to tag in to save her from slaps, which was fun. Yeah. I enjoyed that. That was hilarious because Nene has PTSD for Nagisa's chops.
Yeah,
because Nagisa's chops created the first heel unit in ActWres Girls' Revolution.
True. Moving on to the best match on this show, Lumberjack match. I don't know why, but it was a Lumberjack match. It was Rika Fukunaga versus Maru. It went 12 minutes and 26 seconds. and Riko Fukunaga got a win with the Tiger Suplex, which is awesome. I was very happy for Riko. Maru, of course, as always, is the highlight. I would say Maru is the MVP of this month.
Yes,
I
think Maru was MVP of the month, like undisputably.
I had a really good time watching this. It was some really fun interference spots with the lumberjack rules, and Riko winning is cool.
Yes, Riko winning was really important for her, I think. The issue I had with the lumberjacks is that the lumberjacks did not really most of the time. It was like the roster was not really prepared because I think they always drill the matches they have, and I don't think they have been prepared properly because there was too many people at one spot and nobody really wanted to hit the person properly, and they were not like prepared for it, for the stipulation. Not the two in the ring, but other people. There was this really awkward spot with he was supposed to kick Maru in the head. And
that was
took,
bad.
like 30 seconds to happen.
That was really bad.
It was like, you are right there, just kick her. Just kick her. It's fine. It's fine. You don't need to wait for the head kick. Just kick her now when she's kneeling. She forgot to stand up. It's fine. Everyone left. Camera is on you. You can see the camera. Just, oh my god, did not want to end. So like the lumberjack spots were like half and half. Half of them were bad. Half of them were fun. Maru is great. Love Maru. Maru is awesome. We need to protect Maru. We need to gatekeep Maru from appreciate Maru.
Yeah, she's the new Nane Takahashi now that Nane Takahashi is
Yes.
retired. I will not explain. Moving on to the main event, which was the six-woman tag. It was Ayano Irie, Kyoko Iwai, and Haruka Ishikawa of ActWres Killers facing Marina Sayahara, Sakura Mitsushima, and Yukino Uehara. Of course, ActWres Killers ended up winning, pinning Yukino Uehara. With the backdrop was Haruka Ishikawa getting a big win here. Very cool. Always love seeing Haruka Ishikawa winning, and this pretty much was the setup for her going for the title against Marino this month. That match actually happened today. Of course, no spoilers, but Marina Sayahara versus Haruka Ishikawa was today, so this can be seen as her earning her title shot. What did you think of this match?
I think Haruka Ishikawa should win all the time. I think Haruka Ishikawa is like actually the one of the four best wrestlers on the roster.
Yeah,
which is insane because I remember her in the endless tag league with Mari.
Yeah,
and then she left for 2 years basically and came after the Exodus to save the roster. Turned heel and is the most fun wrestler that I look forward the most on any given show. And I do not understand why that is. Oh, I understand why it is. Because she's the most unique wrestler on the roster. She is just power moves. She doesn't do anything else. She's really simple, like a really basic wrestler who does power moves, which no one else on the roster does. I don't know why, but it's the truth. I had issues in this match with Yukino Uehara because it's what she does, and I think she was bad in this match with the selling. I don't think she properly built up the tags and like the hope spots and stuff like that. I think she should have I don't know what happened with her in this match because she was fine on the other show, but I did not enjoy her in this match.
Yeah, Yukino Uehara. She's a project. She will.
And Haruka backdropped her, pinned her, and Yukino Uehara lifted up one of her arms at 3.5 because. Of course she did. Okay,
she has been trained by Mari and Act. Okay.
I know. So this match, was her 12th match ever. 12th.
Yeah.
And she is doing Hogan spots. I don't know
Yeah.
why. She
Yeah.
doesn't. She actually doesn't deserve to do that. So,
So in the post match of this, of course, Haruka did challenge Marino, and Marino accepted. So that was cool there. And of course, as I said, that match happened today, but we won't spoil it, of course. And then they announced the lotteries for the teams and the blocks for the tournament. It will be a single elimination match where on every show it will be one match from each block. So no repeat tournament matches on shows. And it will be going all the way to August. I think me and Pedro pretty much predicted it correctly that it was going to be the final in Corkin Hall
it should
in
be.
August,
Yeah.
because the semifinal for the B block is on the 2nd of August in Shinkiba, and that's the show before the Corkin. The Corkin is on the 15th or something. But here are the blocks. A block, Amaterasu getting a bye. They don't have to have a first round match. They will be facing the winning team of Midsummer Breeze versus Nagisa Shirotsuki and Natsuki versus I think it's Riso,
Yeah, it's
Yukino,
Rizzo.
yeah, Yukino Uehara and Toru Hina. So the rookies, Toru Hina and Yukino Uehara, will be facing Midsummer Breeze, and the winning team of that match will be facing Amaterasu, who are getting a bye. That match actually happened today, the Midsummer Breeze versus Resale. And then we have the second match in the first round here is on the A block is Polaris, which is Erisa Nagai and Andre name. Fantastic name for the rookie team. Versus Vivais,
Vivas.
which is Aoba, Shioba and Namitoge. So
Which is weird. That's a weird team.
yeah, all of the rookies, all of the rookies in this block with two of the big, more protected tag teams is very cool, very interesting. And of course, the fact that Midsummer Breeze versus Amaterasu is not a semifinal but a quarterfinal is very interesting, I think, for this block, because that means that they will be that the winner of that match. Because I'm guessing, I'm not. I would be shocked if Yukina Uehara and Hina beat Midsummer Breeze earlier today. I have
They
not seen
should
the
not.
spoilers,
They
but
should not.
if they did, I would be very mad.
It's
uh,
the points match. You know how it goes.
Yeah, what do you think of the A block? We have seen 0 matches of the A block so far.
Uh Waiting for the Polaris match.
Yeah,
I want to see how they gel together, because I think it's incredible idea to have them team up together, to give them such a good name, and like to have them tied in the at the waist, because I think they will complement each other really well as a tag team, as an actual tag team.
yeah.
I don't expect them to have matching gear, because they do not have money to make new gears. Um, it's a hard life to be
What
ActWres.
What do you think of Amaterasu and Midsummer Breeze being in the same block,
I
and not
like it.
and most likely facing each other in the quarterfinal and not
I
semi
like
or
it. I like it. It feels like it's a strong block because of that.
yeah.
If you put those two teams against each other, remember the tag team tournament that was before the Exodus.
Yeah.
it also had a lot of like strong team. It had Twin Stars and the Royal and stuff like that, and Amaterasu. So it was really strong as well. Like the not the teams that had to qualify, which was won by Cat and Dog, and then which the company already knew
I have
they were
deleted
leaving.
that whole entire thing from my brain, man.
Yeah, but Chiaki won the tournament. And the day after, she was at the press of
Yeah.
It was very funny. That's what happens when your booker also leaves.
Completely forgotten about that. Let's move. Oh, yeah.
So so basically the rookies will like kind of get beat out before the more important matches. I like for ActWres girls. I like that the tournament is long.
Yes.
I like that it's the main events.
It makes the summer worth.
Yeah, it feels like there's like clear direction and it's the main event for the shows.
Yeah.
Which makes the tournament important because every match is the main event of a show.
I actually think today Marino and Haruka main evented.
Oh right, because it was the title match. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, so only if basically if there is a title match, it main events over the tag tournament, that's fair. I accept that. I actually like that they. But when there's no other like title match, it main events the show, which I think is a like really good decision to do, and I appreciate it. I like that they are doing that.
Yeah,
makes the tournament really important.
So then let's go over to the B block. This block we have seen 2 matches from that we will be reviewing in a bit, but we have Haruka Ishikawa and Kyoka Iwai, whose team name escapes me, but and then Great Asako and Maru. Maru was forced to team with Great Asako by Act. It was very funny, her reaction to it. So that match happened on the 24th of May. We will, of course, talk about that, so not spoiling it yet. Then we had Beast Rebellion, Ayano Irie, and Nene Arara versus, I think it was Sakura Mitsushima and Naru of Midsummer of ActWres 5. So that, of course. And then that match happened in Itabashi on the 18th. We'll talk about that soon. And the winning team of that match will be facing the bye team of Riko Fukunaga and Marino Sayahara of ActWres 5. So very cool. I like the B block a lot. Because we have seen the matches, I am no longer worried about it. Because I was very worried when the B block was announced.
The block on the paper looks really bad.
Yes.
It looks really bad. There's one team that's good, and that's Naru and Sakura.
Yeah.
And I am not the high person on Sakura as well. Like, you know that.
And Marino and Riko.
I think Riko is really inconsistent. Like, Riko has like stretches of shows where she does nothing, where she basically doesn't even tag into matches. I don't know if it's like her health.
And it's also so weird because you break up the best team you have in Ichigogo.
Yes.
Arguably the best team they have. The Midsummer Breeze and Ichigogo are tied.
You have like literally best tag team in your fucking company is Ichigogo. And then Midsummer Breeze, and then Amaterasu, or maybe Act and Maru, or even Mari and Maru. You can basically swap that around. Like you can swap Maru. Like those 3 teams, those combos are really good.
I will say that we have been surprised by one team in this block.
Yes, extremely so.
And I can't wait to talk about that match.
So good.
So I think we'll continue with the show reviews.
Let's do that.
We have the tournament looked at now. Let's talk about ActWres girls in Itabashi Square, Tokyo Square, Itabashi. On the 18th of May, the day after Norway Day, Kyoko Iwai defeats Shiaoba in the opener, 7 minutes and 33 seconds. Very bad match. I don't even remember the finish. And let's see.
My only notes is why the fuck is the show called Hideyoshi Spy, and why is Kyoka beating Chiaoba in the
Yes.
Why is Chiaoba in the openers still?
So Kyoka won with Onitsuka.
Whatever that is.
Yeah. That's like her like almost FU AA kind of move.
Sure.
But yeah, like I like Shioba's fight back, but Kyoka Iwai should not be leading a singles match, and we have already established that this year. And they still put her in singles matches.
Yes.
They still do that. Then we had Henri versus Asakumiya. Normal Asakumiya. This went 11 minutes and 16 seconds. And Henri won because, yes. And she won with the jumping 1000 volts, her like move from the top rope. This was weirdly good. It was a very kicky start from Henri. And this was like Asako was being Asako, who is the veteran of these two. She was wrestling like the rookie of the two because Henri was leading this match.
Yes, and then it switched in the later like third of the match, and it felt like Asako is winning the match because she was beating Henri's ass.
Yeah,
and that's like so weird to say.
Very
that
weird.
Like doesn't make any sense to me. Like my brain cannot. The match was a mess in a good way.
Yes.
They have fucked up at least two spots that I have noticed. One of them was a basic, simple monkey flip. The way they recovered from botching up a monkey flip is that Henri was not monkey flipped. Henri was then rolled up 3 times over the diagonal way of the ring, in the middle of the ring, and it ended up with a pinning combination. Then they moved back to the same corner and did the monkey flip. That was very funny. And but extremely good for me.
Yeah.
And then Asako like completely missed the spinning kick and had to go back and redo it because she didn't know what to do differently. I think that's the that was the only issue that I had with. And then it felt like she was winning the match because she but luckily for me and my blood pressure,
Yeah.
Henri beat Asako and not the.
It would be so bad if it was the other way.
You know how I was like completely stressed out during the like I was
Yeah,
really,
you
really
were.
scared.
You were. I mean, I was losing my mind on the match later on this show. But yeah. So, moving on to Act and Maru versus Riko Fukunaga and Yukina Uehara. 10 minutes and 44 seconds. Maru gets her win back from the last show when she hits the diving foot stomp to pin Yukina Uehara. So, Riko won the last show in the singles match. Now, Maru got her win back, and they continue beefing after the match. Sadly, no translation for the promos because Battle News guy didn't go to this. But this was pretty good. It was a solid Yukina performance here. I really like, as I said earlier, Maru is the MVP of the month, so she stood out here as well. Very good stuff.
I tried.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she was with Yukina there. Yes, that's why she tried.
Yeah, this was good.
Yeah, it was good. I have like basically the same notes as what we have outside of Maru rules with 3 exclamation marks. Because she is so fucking good. I don't understand how she can be so fucking. And like how nobody outside the fandom of ActWres girls know about her existence. Nobody knows she
Yeah.
exists. It's like nobody knows about her.
So let's move over to the next match. The next match was Mari and Rio versus Arisa Nagai and Marina Sayahara. This match went 60 minutes and 27 seconds, and it ended up being Mari winning with, let me see what the name is of the move. The Naruku fell on the Arisa Nagai. This match I really, really enjoyed. It was a match that I kind of got bought into Arisa Nagai winning. And so like I was marking out a lot because she was having some really, really good comebacks against and chances against Mari. And I really, really enjoyed it. Marino also stand out as well. This is the best Rio performance so far, I would say. A lot of the match was her being beaten up by Marino and Arisa, while Mari was just on the outside doing bits, basically. Like she went to buy snacks for a moment while Marino was beating up Rio, and it was very fun to see Rio be like the rookie, the babyface rookie that is forced to team with the leading heel of the company, and her just trying her best while her tag partner ignores her and barely comes into the match. But when Mari came into the match, it was pretty good. What did you think of this, Velk?
Okay, I had a big issue with this match. I completely zoned out during this match. I have 0 notes for this. I have only the time. I was really surprised it was only 16:27. It felt like it was at least 33. My other note is basically only a Rio, and then I totally zoned out. Hated the venue. This whole show basically led to this match. While I enjoyed the show, kinda, it was very for ActWres until this match, but the venue and the not enough crowd investment basically made it impossible for me to be fully invested in the match, and that led to me not basically zoning out and like completely. I don't know if I was like still jet lagged when we watched it, or if I was really sleepy or something. But
Yeah,
something happened to me, and I completely outside of Rio impressing me, which is why I wrote at least something about her, and the length of the match. I don't think the venue is good
a
for
bad
long
venue.
matches.
It's a bad venue for long matches. Yeah, I like, as much as I really enjoyed being like, I was the crowd for this. Like my voice was the crowd for this. I felt because the crowd in the venue didn't care. Because actors notoriously always have bad crowds, but this was especially a bad crowd. There was not a lot of people, and in the Tokyo Square, like it just feels so nothing when there's no reaction from the crowd there. Like I hate this venue so much. I agree with you so there, and I think the main event really suffered from it. But like this match was the highlight on the show for me. Moving on to the main event.
Possible, sadly, I cannot comment on it because I don't.
Yeah. Game first round match. Naru and Sakura Mizushima defeat Ayano Irie and Nene Arata after 30 minutes and 51 seconds. This match was pretty solid. Again, it kind of lost a lot of its luster because of the crowd being very silent. Sakumi Shima won with 120% smiling schoolboy on Nene Arata, and yeah, pretty solid match. Do you want to try and maybe fix the mic before we move on? Look.
I have tried to restart my Discord. I'm sorry, what have you said?
Yeah, good. I didn't know if you had restarted this.
Yeah, I did that. I hope
Okay. It sounds like it does. I'll go back and cut this bit out.
Thank you. I'm
But-
sorry about that.
What did you think of the main event, Elk?
The issue was the crowd, the venue. It was really the previous match basically killed and completely demolished the crowd. Whatever support that there was for the, because I remember that the third match with Maru had the crowd into it, but the fourth match basically killed the crowd and destroyed the flow of the show. And the main event sadly was unable to get them back into it again. So, and it was Nene and Kyoka. Like, what do you want from them?
Yeah. Nene and Ayano.
Yeah, and Nene and Ayano. It's. I'm sorry. It's really difficult. It's really difficult for Nene and Ayano like to be. The crowd reactions.
It's so hard to care about this venue. It's a horrible venue.
Yes. Like the semi-main and the main event are basically encapsulation what I really don't like about the venue. I feel like there was not that many people for the show, and
There was
that was one of the reasons why like the people were not really caring about the last two matches. I think it's possible that the people who were in the venue came for Yukina, came for Act, possibly came for Asako, but did not came for Ayano and Nene.
Everyone knows that for ActWres girls, their best venues are Korakuen and Shinkiwa.
Yeah,
Like that's where we get good crowds, and I remember. I think it was maybe me and Pedro who talked about this after the show. That we have now, because let's see, this was the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the fifth consecutive show outside of Shinkiba or Korakuen. They had, until the next show that we're going to talk about, they had not been in Shinkiba since March.
yeah, and the stark difference between the crowd in Shinkiba on the show that we are going to talk about next,
yes,
and the shows before that is extreme.
Yeah.
I think they have burned the crowds in Shinkiba before that, but because they were not there for so long, and I think people do not really get that even within the greater Tokyo region, people come to their local venues.
Yep.
And it's more difficult for them to decide to travel somewhere else if they cannot make it home easily or quickly. So there are different people who go to the Iidabashi show and different people that go to Shinkiba show, even though it's still in the same town, same city. But those are like there's overlap, of course. There are people who come to all the shows as much as they can, but there are people who will come only to Shinkiba because it's in Shinkiba, close to their home, maybe like one train stop or something like that. And will not travel to Shinjuku Face because it's in Kabukicho. So it's.
I mean, I can't remember the last time ActWres run Shinjuku Face.
I think they never did.
They have done it before.
They did.
I know they have done it before.
But it's like 1 or 2 shows or something like that, isn't it?
Yeah. I think it's like wasn't the first restart match in Shinjuku Face? Yeah.
No, it was Shinkiba.
No, the first 13th of February 2022, ActWres Ingatage is in Shinjuku Face according to Cage Match. this was the show that had the Koki debut. No,
That's weird. That doesn't make any sense.
I
I don't think that's true. Okay, I'll have to. Oh, it's not on the nets. Do you have it on? Do you have it?
I think we have it. I think I have it. Yeah, I remember watching it because that was the first ActWres show I watched. Let me see. Yeah, I have it. Maybe we should rewatch that show.
Nah. We have to keep current. Sondre, we have to keep current. It's
okay. We're not AW boys.
No. We are the current wrestling. We are the current wrestling people. We do not look back into the past.
Yeah, the past doesn't matter.
Yes, we are like Sakaguchi. It only matters what's happening right now and right here, not what happened 10 years ago.
10 years. I mean, 2022 feels 10 years ago, to be honest.
I'm talking about anniversary show.
Oh yeah, the anniversary show. Yeah, true. Moving on to the Shinkiba show, the last show of May, 24th of May. Act Wrestling Step 56 in Shinkiba First Ring. Of course, this is the first show in Shinkiba that ActWres has had since March 26th, and that was Step 55. They only do the step shows in Shinkiba, which is something that you will notice. Except for the one they had on the first, that was just Shinkiba special because that was the anniversary show that ActWres themselves run.
Yeah, sure. I really believe them that was the intent. I truly believe that was the intent, and not not Sakaguchi being mad that someone else ran the actual anniversary show, and he realized that maybe he should run anniversary show.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Of course, we all of these random shows has like some AI generated title that we are not referencing at all.
Yeah, it's all about the Warring States period or something like that.
Yeah. I don't get it, which is why I don't put it in my notes.
Nobunaga is not dead. Hideyoshi's spy. Something samurai.
God, I like just ignore the AI generated stuff that they put on Twitter because seriously, it's so bad. But let's talk about this show in Shinkiba. Pretty much, I will say that, spoiler alert, this is the best show of the month.
Yes. Partly because the crowd was fire for this show.
Yeah, also, pretty much every match was pretty good. So, and over-delivered to our expectations.
Yes.
But the opener, I expected to be good, and it was good. It was Rick Fukunaga defeating Iris Nagai in 6 minutes and 6 seconds with the Gote Deadlock, a submission that was pretty brutal. I really liked how she. It looked like she was going for a pin, but then she turned it around and grabbed both her face and the leg to do the submission.
Yeah, I really like the submission idea. I think she still has to get it tighter onto people. I think she is unsure about the submission.
Yeah.
And or the people who are taking the submission do not want to take it through.
Maybe Rizzo tapped out a bit too early also.
Yeah.
But a pretty good match. I like normal vet beating up rookie match.
Yeah, it's a good opener.
Yeah. And Rizzo guy, always the fiery comebacks are always good from her. Moving on to Henri and Natsuki, the ace and future ace, defeating Hinata Senya and Mari in 16 minutes and 37 seconds.
It's Mari. It has to go long.
Natsuki wins with the cutie special on Hinata Senya in what we can pretty much say is the biggest carry job of all time by 3 people.
Yeah, basically there was like 3 people in the ring and a backpack, and they were handing each other the backpack, and they were carrying the backpack.
Yeah. So this, by default, is the best match that Hinata Senya has ever been in.
Yes, exactly.
And most likely will ever be in, especially unless she really gets better.
No,
No,
she will not get better. I don't
Yeah.
believe that.
yeah. So this was very, very good.
Yes.
Like Henri and Natsuki is a fantastic team. I was so surprised about how good they were as a team. Mari was so good in doing offense when Hinata Senja lacks so much offense.
Yeah.
And to not Hinata's credit, she took a lot of the bumps pretty well.
Yeah.
So we can talk, but like every offense she tried to do was bad. Yeah, this is a very recommendable match for 3 people, and just ignore Hinata Senja.
Yeah. It's not like she fucked up stuff in this match as usual. She did not.
She did the top rope thing really bad though.
No, okay, you're right. It's like this was it was not just her best match she ever was in. It was her best performance she ever did.
Yeah.
Which is like you just said that she fucked up like the top rope stuff. She also like was not in the right spot multiple times in the match and was not sure what to do multiple times in the match, but still it was her best performance she ever had, which is like saying something.
Yeah. Really fun. I recommend watching this. Mari and Natsuki is just a great duo to face each other. I mean, they were holding the titles at the same time, so
Yeah.
they didn't have a title match. But I wonder what they could do in a Cork and Main. I want to see that, honestly.
I feel like it's. Do you think it's coming? Do you think Mari is getting the main title and Natsuki's challenging her at the end of the year?
Do you would take it from Marino to give it to Mari? I don't.
If I am beating Marino, I'm not giving it to Mari.
Yeah, that's not.
I'm using Maru to beat Marino.
Yeah, I would prefer. I don't want Marino to lose the title. First of all, because I really like her with the title.
No,
right
I mean
now.
like maybe in like October or something like that.
Yeah, that would be the time to take it. Would be in October if they don't want to have her hold it to until the end of the year.
Yes.
She needs one successful Cork in defense before losing it
She needs to defend on
on the August show.
August show.
Yeah. Moving on this show to Act versus Nagisa Shiotsuki, 9 minutes and 9 seconds. Act wins with Act wins over Nagisa with I think it was her like FU kind of move. Let's see, the Act special. The Act special was the winning move. Yeah, this was pretty solid. Some good chops from Nagisa as always. I would say that this is the weakest match on the show. Maybe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because what was the point of the match? What
Yeah.
was the point?
Yeah, it wasn't.
Why this
it
match
wasn't
even
really a
happened?
point. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
To have Act beat someone, couldn't she have like beaten someone else? Maybe.
Yeah. Let's just move on. I don't think we need to talk that much about this
No,
match.
we don't. We actually do not need to talk about this match at all.
To the semi-main, Marina Sayahara and Sakura Mizushima of ActWres 5 defeating Ryo and Yukina Uehara, the 2 latest rookies. 12 minutes and 5 seconds. Pretty fun, solid match here. Flying armbar from Marina Sayahara gets the win. Which is a very cool submission, first of all.
Yes.
Yeah, this was fun.
Yeah, I really like Ryo. I really like her.
Yeah, she has really grown on me. So, like, I think she has had a better first couple of months than Yukina has.
Yeah, that's very easy to do, though.
Yeah. Yeah, true. But yeah, I would say that this match again. There's nothing much to say. It's just a
No,
solid tag.
it was really
So
solid tag, which deserved its spot on the show, unlike the previous match. But Act versus Nagisa did not go the crowd as the previous Act match did on the previous show, and the semi-main event with Yukina also did not go the crowd as the previous match with Yukina did. So
yeah,
much better result than before.
yeah. And then we move on to the main event and the match of the month. Pretty much, we can all agree on. And this is historic because this is the first great Asako or Asako Miya match of the month in ActWres stage history.
Yes.
It was the Act Game first round match of Maru and Great Asako versus Kyoka Iwai and Haruka Ishikawa. So Great Asako and Maru's team is Shigan, translated to Shigan, I guess. And the translation of Kyoka and Haruka's team is Momoka Shigure. Probably something else in Japanese, but that's the Google translation of it. 19 minutes and 47 seconds. Maru Rock Muffler gets the win over Haruka Ishikawa. First of all, that's bad. That's one thing that we have to say, that Haruka being the one that takes the loss here was bad because she is challenging for the title on the next month. So Kyoka should have taken the pin.
Yes. But Kyoka is really protected. Kyoka is really protected in the booking.
So here is why this match is good. It was like what we were dreading it on paper.
Yes.
Because like
Kyoka and Asako.
Yeah, Kyoka and Asako. And the first 5 minutes was pretty nothing. There was nothing going on. But then they started doing a lot of good crowd brawls.
Yes.
And Maru said, let's lock in, let's do this real Maru style and just do a bunch of spots on the outside and stuff like that.
And spots that we have never ever seen before.
Yes. Asako, to her credit, Asako was doing new stuff here. Because that has always been the issue with Great Asako for us, is that she repeats spots every time.
And used the comedy spots to destroy the flow of the matches.
Yes.
And she has stopped doing that, which is what we wanted her to do. Like, I wanted her for so long to stop doing the shitty comedy spots, destroying the flow of the matches. And she has not done them when when the match doesn't need them in, or the situation in the match cannot handle the comedy spots. She did an extremely fun comedy spot in this match, which was fucking hilarious. Yeah. She came in with a tiny 2-step ladder, in air quotations, like a step stool.
Yeah.
She had the step stool set up on the stage in Shinkiba. 2 other ActWres girls, like the seconds, were holding the step stool. And there were 2 opponents. One was laid down underneath the stage, and the other got laid down next to the step stool. And instead of doing the double stomp down the stage to the floor, she did it to the person next to her. That was fucking hilarious.
So funny.
One of the best spots I have seen in quite some time. It was perfect execution, timing, and everything.
Followed up by one of the best tag team spots of the year.
Yes.
Where Maru gets Kyoka into the ring, puts her down in the sitting position, and she starts Asako throws umbrellas to Maru that Maru just hits Kyoka with. It's beautiful.
The shitty transparent umbrellas that you all know in the Japanese.
That you buy at 7-Eleven. I bought one in 7-Eleven.
Of course you did.
I recognize that umbrella so well because that umbrella saved my life in after I had been to the prominent Shikiwa show, and it was piss poor raining. And I remember I just rushed to the 7-Eleven and bought. So I recognize that umbrella. But yeah, she used like I think like 5 of those
Yeah,
to hit.
and then she got like then Asako got a normal umbrella, like not
Yeah,
this shitty one,
yeah,
for like a few hundred yens. And she went into the ring and like bonked Kyoka with it, not hit her like behind the
yeah,
back, because she did not want to destroy the more expensive umbrella for
yes.
some poor customer. It was really funny. Like it
Yeah.
was like one spot after another, and they were like all really good. And since and from that point onward, the match transformed into really fun match where Great Asako was doing her job, Kyoka was doing her job, Maru was fucking amazing, Haruka was awesome, and it flowed perfectly. It had like perfectly timed submission spots, perfectly timed like kick outs. Everything was like
Only negative part is that Haruka took the
yes,
loss.
yes. The negative part is the start of the match because they had to like the ramp up to the like to what they were like doing really well later was really slow.
Yeah,
But when they got into it and the crowd ball started, it was really well done because Maru is really good at crowd brawling. She is the best crowd brawler like in generation. Like
yeah.
she is like Ozaki level good. She is
She
so
is
fucking
Osaka
good.
level good.
Yes.
It's very like Oz Academy, but like the best part of Oz Academy.
Yeah, because
With
she
Maru.
can actually move unlike Ozaki
Yeah,
still.
yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah,
her knees work, her hips work, her neck work. Everything works on her.
yeah.
And it's like, and the thing is, we have been surprised. She has surprised us doing the hardcore sports since she came into the company. We were like, oh, she's like 44 when she came into company. Oh, she's doing the hardcore sport. And when she came into the company, she was like kind of rusty and it didn't really work. And
Yeah.
like since last year, since the summer last year, she has been so fucking good in all of her stuff she does. She's the perfect foil for all the baby faces. Even like in the Jadoshu, even the Jadoshu matches, like the one against Kalam, Cat Mask, and then
Yeah.
one against Kanamik. Like both of those matches were fucking incredible last year, and like she rules. She is so good. And seeing this match on the paper and seeing Kyoka Iwai, Haruka Ishikawa versus Great Asako and Maru. Like we were fucking dreading this match, and in the end, I was so pumped from this match. It was so good, like it was so good,
Yeah.
and I don't really understand how Maru does it and how she still can do it, like on this, like on this level. And as I said previously, like I am like sad and disappointed that she's not more known, but there's this there's this thing when you are a hipster and you know about a band that is so fucking cool and like
Yeah.
only like few people know about it because you go to the bars where they play
Yeah.
or you watch like their concerts with other 16 people on YouTube, their videos that have in the end like 200 views, and you know that you are one of the few people in the whole world that knows that this band, and in this case this wrestler, exists, and she is so good, and she is not supposed to be so good.
She's 44 years old.
Yeah, how can she be so fucking good?
Yeah.
She retired for 20 years. She fucking retired for 20 fucking years and came back to 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 an idle shitty black company that doesn't have contracts, that have shitty management, that have shitty storytelling from time to time, more often than not. And she like fucking rules. And
Yeah.
it's incredible. It's so
So cool.
it's so satisfying knowing that you are one of the few people that watch her And you know
Yeah.
that there's this hidden gem, like in this black company that she should not even be there. Like she should not even be in this company, and she's so good.
Yeah. Great stuff. We can all appreciate Maru so much. Like, just
Yes.
give her all of her roses. She is the new Nane Tagashi because when Nane retired, we lost a lot, and I know that when Maru retires, we will lose just as much.
Yes.
Because she elevates everyone
Yeah.
as she wrestles with. It's so
Like
incredible. It's just like Nane.
yes. Like
Like,
I don't understand. Again, as I said, I don't understand how she does it. Like she
yeah.
should not be able to do this.
So Maru, the MVP of the month. Great first time a Osako match has been in the match of the month. And probably Kyoka also.
Yeah.
But because this is the undisputed match of the month for us, I pretty much said it after the match ended. Like, yeah, this is the best match this month. There's no like denying it. And May wasn't. It was kind of a holding month. We got the start of the Act game, which is good. We finally are getting tag titles.
Which is very important.
Yes. So that was one of the things I wanted to close with here, is that, of course, now we have 2 matches done in the Act game, with the second one, one happening earlier today that we haven't seen yet. But we have 2 matches done in the Act game, or we have ActWres 5, Sakura and who's Naru will be facing ActWres 5, Riko Fukunaga and Morino Sayahara
Really good.
in Osaka on the 6th, on the 22nd of June. So that's in Osaka. ActWres 5 versus ActWres 5. That is very cool. Very cool booking. The winner of that match will face Maru and Great Asako in Shinkiba First Ring on the 2nd of August. That is the B block final. The winning team of ActWres 5 versus ActWres 5 versus Maru and Great Asako. So, here's the thing with this Maru and Great Asako team. They will most likely be the winner of B block. because both of the ActWres 5 teams have a champion in it.
Yeah.
And I do not see them doing Korakuen without at least the actress title being on the line. Maybe they can skip the king. Maybe. But I would be shocked if they skip the main title for Korakuen. So, and I don't think Marino and Rico is a final team. I can see them putting Sakura and Naru in the final, but I think the idea will be to have a heel team versus most likely Polaris or Midsummer Breeze in the final.
Yeah, it's weird.
And they can use Rico if they want to do Marino versus Maru. They can use that match of Maru beating Marino in the semifinal to set up a title match in the future.
Yeah, I know.
It's a very weird B block because I do not see any of the babyface teams here winning the B block.
Yeah, it's the only issue that I have with Act Game is the booking. I don't like it, to be honest. I'm really confused by it. It's like I'm like fine letting it play out. But I don't think I can like predict results because I've thought about them and nothing makes sense to me. So I'm like waiting for them to do it and to see it and to either critique it or praise it. And I'll wait for that.
Yeah. So we are 7 days into June. There has already been 2 shows, one today and one on the 1st. So let's preview those before we move on to before we close the show. Act Wrestling in Shinkiba, first ring on the first Shinkiba special. This was just a 3-match card because there was 2 Act Ring shows the same day. So Act Ring is like their theater sub promotion, I guess. That isn't really wrestling, and we can't see it at all. So, but let's
that doesn't count.
Yeah, it doesn't count. But that was the reason why this show only had 3 matches. The official ActWres show only had 3 matches because, they had 2 other shows in the same venue for Act Ring. So here we had Asako Miya and Shiaoba versus Ryo and Yukina Uehara. We had the rematch of the match of the year, Marina Sayahara and Naru Ichigogo versus Midsummer Breeze, Nagisa Shiotsuki and Natsuki. So that's cool. I can't wait to watch that. And the main event was AWG King of Ring Entertainment title match between Sakura Mitsushima and Riko Fukunaga. So the wins Riko Fukunaga got in May set up her going for the title against her unit mates. Very cool. And then the show today was in Ota City Industrial Plaza PO Small Expedition Hall on the 7th of June, of course. Here was a 5-match card. Ayano Ire versus Shiaoba was the opener. Mari and Ninja Girl Iran versus Kyoke Y and Nene Arara. Maru and Ryo versus Riko Fukunaga and Sakura Mitsushima. And the Act Game first round match of Nagisa Shiotsuki and Natsuki Midsummer Breeze versus Toru Hina and Yukina Uehara. And the main event, as I predicted, Marina Sayahara versus Haruka Ishikawa. Of course, not spoiling that show. I don't want to be spoiled about that show, so I haven't even looked at the... I scrolled really fast past that show on the Twitter page earlier today. So I'm not spoiled, luckily. But yeah, that is June. Let me see. They have 2 more shows. So the one on the 1st, the one on the 7th. We haven't seen either of those shows, but then they have a show on the 22nd in the 176 box, and they have a show in Shinkiba to end June on the 28th.
Okay.
So pretty cool schedule here for ActWres. Of course, the show in Osaka, we already know that is going to be ActWres 5 versus ActWres 5 in the main event. And I think... Oh, no, there's no Act Game show for the one on the 28th. Yeah, no ActWres... No AWG game on the 28th. That's sad. Yeah. Anyway, I think we'll close it here. Anything you want to say before we close?
I'm really looking forward to talking about the Natsusaure show with Rich next month.
Yes. Yeah, pretty much. We have pretty much not mentioned it because we want to save our thoughts about it. So when we have Rich on, since he went to the show, and I haven't even seen the show yet. So yeah, looking forward to that. And we next time we record, I will be right back from festival season in Oslo. So we'll see how that goes. But until then, love each other and enjoy ActWres and enjoy wrestling, I guess. Goodbye.
Bye.